Okay, Bill, that's fine.
Well, this is the place. This is where we had the gun in those days, 6-pounder anti-tank gun. Using live ammunition, you can say, explosives. It's a wonder somebody wasn't killed. But the layout was here. This is where we had the gun. And we only had one gun. The thing was, what we had to do was make it look like we got two guns, so we had to move it from one side to another to look as if we got two guns where it operated. But there was virtually a war taking place here in those days. And we had some wonderful lads turned out on this, and it's like a reconstruction job of what it was like. The gun we brought from London on a truck here, and it virtually fell off the back of the truck, and it was 20 foot long, and it weighed 1.5 tons, and there was two of us had to try and right it from off its side and wheel it into this place here where this barn was, and that was going to be the site where we were going to do the shooting. We had to make it to look like two guns. It made quite a noise when this gun went off, it really did. It frightened the people who were having a garden party next door, and there was chickens all over the place, as I say, but in the end we had this gun here for a week, and the people gave us their blessings. There was some real action took place in this place here. These were the old stables, like I say, and the point was the parachutists were hiding in some of these places here, and the Germans were moving in and they were pinned them down, and they tried to make a break for it, and they went under this archway there, but unfortunately they got killed. This was where most of the action took place, and this was supposed to be Holland in 1944, but we filmed it in 1966, and so that was it. That was where Jack came. Richard Creswell, Jack Baskeyfield Vc. They ought to give Richard the Vc for putting up with me.
Yes, got him walking out of shot there. Yes.
Is that all right?
That's all right. Yeah.
In the 1960s, I had an idea for making a war film. It would be a true story of a young British soldier killed in action during the Battle of Arnhem. I would call it Baskeyfield Vc. From the layout on the storyboard, it looked an almost impossible task. For a film like this, I needed costumes, weapons and high explosives. My search for a battlefield ended here. This was a perfect location. I hired a real anti-tank gun from London and persuaded friends to take part in the movie, to be thrown into battle, fighting as soldiers. Tanks, that was next. But just where the hell was I going to get tanks from? My luck was in. The 16th Queen's Royal Lancers invited me down to the Salisbury Plain, and I had 4 marvellous days messing with tanks. It took 3 years to complete the movie and was arousing interest in film magazines. Amateur filmmakers were anxious to see it. It was a full-length feature film in CinemaScope, and only I could show it. For years I was visiting cineclubs. At the Weymouth Pavilion they were queuing for tickets. Baskeyfield Vc was pulling them in. It's so long ago now, all those shows, distant memories tucked away in a pile of old scrapbooks. Anyway, just one more show for Stoke City Society. It'd be the very last time I would show it. The film was in danger of wearing out. It was time to stop. Ray Johnson was present that night at the show, and he had an idea to save the film, transferring it onto video. Then came another challenge. A plan was put forward to raise a statue for Jack. It would cost a fortune, but the plan went ahead. The sculptors were making progress, and to help with the costs, plates were produced and were already selling. The weeks went by and we watched it grow. 2.5 tons of pottery clay were shaping into a statue. At a public showing, a few more touches, and the next time we'd see it, it'd be cast in bronze. It was going to be some statue. Then came the day of the unveiling. Despite the rain, crowds turned out.
And those soldiers at the moment getting ready to go to Zaire. And of course, right behind, our cadets, our soldiers of today. Good Lord there. There he goes. Round of applause, everybody.
Jack's sister Gladys laid the first wreath. I represented the Baskeyfield committee. A wonderful statue of Jack in action, facing east towards Arnhem. But it's not over yet. The film was saved. Ray Johnson produced it on video. It's a long time ago now. Those film locations are covered in weeds.
Going back.
I borrowed an aircraft wing from a scrapyard and dragged it myself up this very steep hill. Whoa, what a drag that was.
Quick, Jerry's! This was a German command post.
Why haven't your men taken their objective?
I'm sorry, Herr Field Marshal. We're having trouble.
Trouble?
Here.
Where's the trouble?
Here, Herr Field Marshal. At this crossroad, near this wood. A key position. It is heavily defended.
A report.
Those echoes of gunfire faded away. The battle is over. This showed us how a VC was won. I showed it how with a movie.